I feel like on some level, everybody has their own routine, and they value it with some degree. And whenever that routine is interrupted or disrupted, I feel like it throws like a wrench in your chain. And I think at first it's kind of annoying, but as you accept that your routine has been compromised and you are you're forced to adapt, I think it most of the time it works out positively. All that being said, our balcony is technically closed because they're working on the siding on our side of the building. So we can't sit out on our balcony in the mornings like we normally do, so we're on a walk. This isn't a complaint, by the way. This is just a general observation, and if I'm being completely honest with you, when I turned the camera on, I didn't know what I was going to talk about, and that was the first thing that came to mind. That's how a lot of these videos start. Like a little satellite campus of our apartment complex. I didn't know that we could get in here till yesterday. It's nice. Honestly, if we had to move, then I would consider moving in here. Like they have like their own little mail room and elevator and a little tide cleaning thing. One thing that I've learned living in a couple of different states, a couple of different places, is the area that you live has a big impact on what your day-to-day life looks like and what your routine is going to be. And considering I haven't done this yet and I'm thinking about it, I'm going to make this video based on like a couple of like daily or just routines that we do specific to Nashville. And these are going to be specific to us. And I mean, you may have something completely different if you live in the Nashville area, especially if you live somewhere else. Normally, 9 times out of 10, my day starts with me exercising, and that's very intentional. Recently, I've been getting up really, really early just to beat the heat. And with Nashville, typically before Nashville, I would either exercise in the mornings or the evenings. But I found with Nashville, even in the evenings, it'll cool off, but it won't be as cold as the mornings. And even with the mornings, there's still humidity. But that's your best shot to actually exercise in something that's like below 70, especially during the summer. Like last week, I think the lowest it got was like 76 with 90% humidity. And that was at 5 in the morning. So because of that, every morning when I'm exercising, or every day that I'm exercising, that's what I'm doing first thing in the morning. And it's very, 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 very wet. After I'm done running, I'm typically I'm done with like exercising or whatever around 10. And then like I'm showered, I'm pretty much ready to go by 11 at the latest. And the reason for that is if we have any like errands to do or anything else in Nashville, you really have to finish and get everything done before like 3 o'clock, because that's when the first like rush hour time is. There's one at 3, and then there's another one at 5 when everyone else gets off. But the one at 3 is so bad that typically it carries over into the 5. And that 5 continues until like 7 o'clock. And then at 7, that's when everything kind of clears out. But all that being said, whenever we have to like go out and do errands, we try to leave and be back before 3. That way we don't have to worry about dealing with any of the commuter traffic. There's still going to be traffic in Nashville because it's really, really crammed, and the road systems have yet to adapt to the amount of people that have come. But all that being said, we try to get everything done by 3. This is also a random thing, but if you like make videos or talk about anything, like if you talk to a camera in any kind of public setting, there's going to be people that stare at you when you're making videos. That car over there in the blue was they were all, there was a family of 4. They were all staring at me as I was talking to you, and that's something unique to I think the South really. They just did it again. The last thing is going to be kind of obvious, depending on how much you know or how familiar you are with Nashville, and that's going to be avoiding Broadway on the weekends. For those of you that don't know, Broadway is like the heart of like where like downtown Nashville. This is where like all the bars are, where all the bands play, and it brings a lot of people in. And during the week, I will say it's a really, really fun place to go. Walk down because you get to see all the signs. All the bars typically are open in the middle of the day and they're like playing, but you don't have all of the crowds. When it comes to the weekend, and especially the evening like times of the weekend, that's when a lot of tourists come, and there's just a lot of people. It's basically kind of like a block party every weekend. And as fun as that does sound, it does get a little crazy from time to time, and a lot of locals tend to kind of avoid it and kind of go other places during that time. So for us, we live relatively close to it, and we do tend to avoid it during like evening hours. Not because we don't think it's cool and we don't enjoy. It's just simply because of we can go down there anytime. So why not just do it when there's not all the craziness? If that makes sense. Okay, that's pretty much all I have for you today. If you found this video interesting or helpful, or if you have any tips, if you do live in the Nashville area, or if you live in anywhere else and you do something similar to some of these, please let me know in the comments, because I think anybody can benefit from this, especially if you're looking to visit a place or live there. Yeah, anyway, with that, I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you.